So good afternoon, students. Today, as yesterday I told you, today we'll perform experiment on Hall effects. Let us see what is that. Nilansh from your class have already presented his activity 13 with the same experiment. So first watch it and then you will perform the experiment. I will explain what is Hall effect and what is Hall effect generator and Gauss meter. Okay, experiment is measurement of flux density using Hall effect or using Gauss meter. So that we'll see. So let us start. So our experiment is measurement of flux density by Gauss meter. We will use modern physics virtual lab of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapitham. So you have to go in virtual lab and just type VLab in any your search engine and just go to physical sciences virtual lab. You know now how to go in virtual lab. Just go in physical sciences virtual lab, and from physical sciences virtual lab you open modern physics virtual lab of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapitham. Okay, and I will discuss it. First watch Neelam's video. Try to understand what is Gauss meter, how you will measure flux density. You know magnetic flux density, and how you will measure that magnetic flux density using Gauss meter. So Gauss is a unit of flux density, you know. We just know that different units are there. So flux density is measured in Gauss or kilogauss, and therefore device name is Gauss meter. So if you will see in this picture, this device is a Gauss meter. But how this device will operate, what is inside that, that also we will discuss it. And you can just see it is a probe. This point is called as probe. You just keep this probe here on this stand, and this needle or just strip will go to in between this, and you know that magnetic flux is there in the motor. Okay, or any device, transformer flux is produced, motor flux is there, permanent magnetic motor if you will use, that will be permanent magnetic flux density, or when you will pass electric current through this motor, then electromagnetic flux density will produce. So just keep this probe here between the magnetic flux density such a way that the lines of magnetic flux, direction of magnetic flux and the direction of this strip should be perpendicular to each other, and you have to pass current through it. So that current you will pass with this device, and that current direction, flux direction and strip direction should be perpendicular. Then what will happen, that EMF will be induced in this strip. So that is known as Hall voltage, and that we'll see discuss. We'll discuss the how EMF is generated here, how this Gauss meter works. So first watch Nilan's video, and by that time open virtual lab of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapitham also, and just try to do the steps how Nilansh has explained, and try to take the readings. We will discuss theory and then I will give time for the reading. Okay.
Hello everyone, myself Nilansh from Bani from ASMS EOE, Department of Electrical Engineering is going to demonstrate Hall effect experiment by virtual lab under the guidance of Jane ma'am.
You are hearing sound, no, students? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The principle related to the Hall effect is when the current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, perpendicular voltage is measured at a right angle to the current path. This voltage is called Hall effect voltage. The theory related to this experiment is Now this is the procedure of the Hall effect experiment. Now we shall search virtual lab on Google. First type virtual lab on Google.
Students, side by side you do, just you see whether you can operate it or any problem is there, then we'll discuss first theory and then you will take readings.
Search it, click on virtual lab tab. Scroll down. Click on physical sciences tab. Click on the modern physical lab by Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeeth. Under this, we have Hall effect experiment, determination of charge carrier density. Click on it. This we can see it is a stimulator of this experiment. Click on it here. As our experiment is Hall effect, so we will select the procedure Hall effect. Now insert Hall probe. By clicking on wood, we can insert it. This is how it is inserted. Now select the current.
Students, try this whether you can insert that Hall probe. Here experiment is given that charge carrier density, but as per our syllabus, experiment number 11 is to measure flux density. Okay, so we'll use this same for measuring it. Principle and everything is same. So just try whether you can move this probe, insert it in the magnetic flux density or no. Then you can vary current, thickness. Okay, just see.
2 amperes. Thickness of 0.2 mm. Material germanium. Hall current 1 milliampere. Then the voltage will be 28.75. As we increase the Hall current, the voltage will also change. 57.51, 2.57, 71.88, 3.5, 100.645. In this way, we can change the Hall effect and Hall current. Now press on reset button. Then again choose the Hall effect setup. Now if we will change the material, for example aluminum, as we change the Hall current, the voltage is also going to change. See, voltage is also going to change. In this way, as we change the material, the Hall current and Hall voltages changes. Thank you.
Okay, students, now try to understand theory first and then read again procedure, how it is to be done from the virtual lab, and then you do. Okay. So I will not tell you much about the experiment performation. Let us see who can perform it in a correct manner. So try to understand first, if you want to measure flux density by Gauss meter, you have to learn first Gauss meter, how it operates, how it will measure flux density. So you have to understand first Hall effect. So what is Hall effect? When a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, a voltage will be generated perpendicular to both the current and the field. Okay. So you have to take a semiconducting material, that strip, whatever that probe, we are calling that probe or strip, you have to place in the magnetic flux density. That probe or strip is to be made up of semiconducting material. And whenever semiconducting material, current carrying, means you have to pass current through that Hall probe also. So when you will pass current through a semiconducting strip and you will place that strip into magnetic flux density. So you are placing that probe into the motor and you are also flux density, flux field of the motor. But you are passing current through the Hall probe also. So that you are now keeping your semiconductor strip through which current is passed in a magnetic field. Then voltage will generate across that strip. Okay. And that generated voltage will be known as Hall effect, because this effect is observed by scientist Hall. So Hall, it is not a room, it is a scientist name. Okay. So the scientist Hall observed that a semiconducting strip current is passed, and if it is placed in magnetic flux density, provided direction of current, direction of flux density should be perpendicular, and then water voltage will generated, that will be in the third perpendicular direction. So you can take three fingers at right angle to each other. You just keep your one finger in the direction of current. Then you place your second finger in the direction of flux density. And then see where is your third finger at right angle to the both. In that third finger, voltage will be generated. Okay, and the voltage generated will be perpendicular to both current and the field. So all the three quantities has to be 90-degree placed. If you will not keep current carrying conductor 90-degree to the magnetic flux density, magnetic field, then you will not see voltage. Voltage will not generate. This principle is known as Hall effect, and figure illustrates the basic principle of the Hall effect. So just see this figure. So here this is the strip, what you are just moving and just you are taking towards the motor, and you are placing in the magnetic flux density or field of the motor. So this is a semiconducting strip, and this strip is called as probe. I am saying strip because so that you will understand the nature of that probe. That will be just rectangular flat strip. Okay, so this is called as probe. Now you will place this probe. Suppose magnetic field is in this direction. Okay, and then there will be Hall sensor, because it has to sense flux density. So it will have some, this probe will have some sensor also. Whatever magnetic flux is produced, it has to sense that. And then current you have to also pass through this strip, because what is the principle? If you will just take semiconducting strip and you will place in magnetic field, then it will not happen anything. You have to pass current through also this. So whenever a current carrying conductor, it is said current carrying conductor is placed in the magnetic field. Now you don't confuse between the two currents. One current is this, second current is the current which will produce magnetic field, because here a permanent magnet is not used. So you have to pass current, and whenever current is passed, magnetic field is produced. So even in this Hall probe also you can see when current will be passed through a conductor, you know, field is produced. So that field also you can measure. So that is also possible, that whenever a current carrying current is passed through a conductor, magnetic flux density is produced. Okay. So that way, that is the Hall sense. Now what is Hall effect? Hall effect sensors are solid magnetic device. Use either magnetic switches or measure magnetic fields. So this is a diagram of sensor. It is just a transducer, so that when you can say it will vary output voltage in response to magnetic field, because if flux density is varied, your voltage of created across this will also vary. And Hall effect sensors are used, proximity switches, because if you'll go near to the magnetic flux density, magnetic field, then your induced voltage will be measured. If you will be away, your probe will be away, you will observe that there is a reduction of magnetic flux density reading on your Gauss meter. But because it indicates proximity, it senses proximity also, how it is near to the flux density. So position is important, speed of detection is important. You move your probe very fast like this, so that will also change your value, and you move probe like this. So speed is also important. And magnetic field is produced due to electricity carried through a conductor. Already I told you, you can use electromagnetic field. So what is electromagnetic field? you will create magnetic field by passing current. So that is called as electromagnetic field. A magnetic field produced varies with current, and a Hall sensor can be used to measure the current without interrupting the circuit. Okay. So you can judge that whatever Hall voltage will be produced, it is denoted as VH. That H will be suffixed to V. Okay. It can be suffixed to VH. Now question is why voltage will be created. So voltage is created due to the Lorentz force. Now due to the Lorentz force, charge carrier will be deflected. You will understand with this figure. I will explain. Okay, so this is a magnetic strip. Now if current is passed through this strip, current is passed in this direction. Okay, in this strip. Current is passed. Here supply should be there. So that is the passing of the current. Now flux density direction is this way. Okay, so it is perpendicular. This flux and the current passing is perpendicular. Now what will happen when such a strip is placed in magnetic field and current is also passed? Lorentz force will act because there will be charge carriers. When current is flowing, there will be holes and positive ions and electrons, charge carriers will be there. But due to this action of magnetic flux density, that charge carrier will be deflected across the sides of this probe. So across the 3 and 4. Suppose hole will be here. All hole will come to the right hand side of the strip. So hole will be shifted here and electrons will be shifted there. Why? Because you know now, because when it is same as ionization, polarization, effect of electric current, voltage you are applying. So this way deflection of charge carriers will be there. Now as positive charge carriers are this side and negative charge carriers are this side, you will just see voltage difference between the two sides of the probe. So 4 wires will be there for the probe. First 1 or 2 wire will be for current passing and for measuring voltage another wire will be there. But it will be included in Hall voltage generator. So this same piece, or you can say it is used in Hall voltage generator. That is called as Hall voltage generator. And you just use, these 2 wires will be connected to the voltmeter. On that volt generator, you will see the voltage indication. You vary this flux density, the voltage generated will be varied. You vary this current, you will see generated VH will be varied. Okay, so you vary direction, you will also see variation. So that is the experiment. Now as Hall voltage generated, this voltage generated will be proportional to what? Definitely it will be proportional to flux density B, and it will be proportional to the current passing through that probe. So it will be constant KH, K and suffix H. So Hall voltage constant. So KH into B into I, because it will be directly proportional to the flux density and it will be directly proportional to the current. Okay. So VH will be equal to KH into BI. Now B will be known to you, means B you can find out because VH generated will be known, current is known. So using that VH is equal to KH will be known because whatever probe you are using first, whatever is the constant that will be given on that probe. It will be marked on the probe or it will come with apparatus. Suppose it is 76. Then you can say VH. VH is measured on the voltmeter. So 100 suppose. So 100 is equal to KH is equal to 70. So 70 into flux density. B you don't know. And current you know because you are measuring current. So find out B. You will find out B. Okay. So that is the experiment. Okay. Now oral questions. What will be oral questions on this experiment? What is Gauss meter? How it works? Gauss meter works on the principle of Hall voltage. Gauss meter is nothing but Hall voltage generator. Okay. On what factors measured value depends? Measured value will depend upon the thickness of strip, because that KH constant, Hall voltage constant of the strip, it will depend upon the strip. You change the strip, you change the thickness of strip, you change the material of strip, your VH will be varied. So you can just see that will be factors. Flux density is also, current is there. What is calibration and how it is done? Now, as we are performing virtually, we don't need to calibrate it. So calibration is a process in which you will make your equipment. First, you will check whether it is reading correctly or no. And if it is not reading correctly, you will make it to read it correctly. So in Hall voltage, you use known flux density. Suppose I will use magnet. Magnets are there in the lab. So magnet is having suppose 10 Gauss. Flux density of that permanent magnet is 10 Gauss. I know, you also know. So you measure that 10 Gauss with the help of same device, Hall voltage Gauss meter. And you will not get flux density 10, but you will get 9. So you find that constant is changing. You just check whether ammeter reading is 0 when current is 0, or you just make that 0 adjustment of ammeter. You just see voltmeter, whether voltmeter is reading 0 when voltage is 0 or no. If it is not showing 0, you make that voltmeter to read 0. So that you take care of your ammeter, you take care of voltmeter, then again check your flux density. Still you cannot get, then you can say constant of your probe had changed due to aging or due to some reasons. Then you take that constant, or whatever constant is given to you, 70. I am telling 70 is suppose constant KH. Then you use that 70 and just see whether you are getting flux density of permanent magnet 10 or no, correctly or no. If it is not there, or you just adjust your device to the proper constant. So that procedure of calibration comes with the device. Okay, now this is removed from your syllabus. Semiconducting material unit was there along with conducting. So we need not go in the depth. And now this experiment also we removed from the testing unit, unit number 2B. This test is not there in the test unit. Okay, so you need not bother in much depth, but just see instead of calibration process, you can see how it can be done it virtually, because our lab device is not working also, and electronic Gauss meter I use. So actual this calibration analog Gauss meter is not in use. So I am using digital Gauss meter, whatever is shown in virtual lab, same I am using in lab also. So it don't require any calibration process. Okay. What is the measured value? So you just see what is measured value. What is the unit of flux density? Unit of flux density is what? Gauss and another flux density. You answer me after performing experiment, and you just tell me the relationship between that conventional unit of flux density and the Gauss also. Okay. And how it is different than Gauss. So you must know the relationship between two units. Okay. Now this we have already done it. So let us start now experiment, students. Now start doing experiment. Go into the virtual lab and just read theory. Read theory again from the experiment. Read procedure and then perform. And only one reading first you talk with me what you did. And then continue. Okay, so 5 minutes I am giving. Be quick. Just do it in 5 minutes. Students, are you doing or no? Students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Doing or no? If any difficulty, ask me.
Ma'am, actually, I computer is not working, so I won't be able to perform today.
Why?
Computer isn't starting, so I've joined
Then try
from.
on mobile. Mobile also you can see. Try on mobile. What happened to your computer? I think we use our electronic devices too much, so they are going under repair. My Surface Pro has also gone problem. That display is not working at all, and now I am using laptop which is very old version. So that
Ma'am, but on mobile the site is not working.
not working.
Yes, it is not loading.
It will take time to load. Now Nilansh, you ask answer queries. Nilansh. Hello Nilansh.
Ma'am, he's from batch B.
Oh. So can you see my screen, my mail, Gmail? Or no?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
No, I am playing another video. That is from IIT Bombay. Those who are having a mobile, they can try from IIT Bombay website. Same experiment. From mobile, those who are unable to perform Amruta Vishwa Vidyapeetham from their lab mobile, they can try with IIT Bombay. I'm playing that video. Watch it. You are hearing sound, no, students? Student?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I will share the sound also. See, so many times whatever we will just to do sharing, again sound we have to share it. Now you will hear.
Hall effect we had studied in the chapter of semiconductors.
Are you hearing
Remember.
now?
So what is Hall effect? When you place a
Yes,
Okay, now listen. Those who are unable to
semiconductor in a
perform,
magnetic field B,
they only will
a
listen
voltage
this.
is developed across the semiconductor. Okay, and that voltage is called as Hall voltage. So we had also derived a formula for this Hall voltage in this Hall effect phenomena. If you remember, VH is IB upon PET. I is the current flowing through the semiconductor, PET. So from Hall coefficient, the formula is 1 upon P into E. Magnetic field, value of magnetic field B between the magnetic pole pieces of the electromagnet, because we need to know the value of B here. So the value of B will be measured using the Gauss meter. So now let's see how to do this in the IIT Bombay virtual lab setup. So to go to IIT Bombay virtual lab, you open a new Chrome.
Can I know how many of you are performing from Amruta Vishwa Vidyapeetham? Students, I want only one reading from that.
ma'am, me, Sakshi.
Okay. And those who are unable to perform, they try from IIT Bombay mobile. Just go in IIT Bombay, open that virtual lab experiment. Then I will just operate this video in which it is demonstrated.
Chrome browser and type over there IIT Bombay virtual lab, and you click enter and you will get this link. You will get this. Click on the virtual labs IIT Bombay. So you'll get this page. Welcome to virtual labs IIT Bombay. You scroll down and you'll see the different subjects in which you can perform the experiments. So you scroll down and go to physical sciences. So under physical sciences, you'll find different labs which are available there. So Hall effect experiment is there in the solid state physics virtual lab. So click on that solid state physics virtual lab. And then the different experiments in this solid state physics lab are there. So we want Hall effect experiment. So we click on this here. Okay, now once you click on that, you'll find a page which opens, which has the theory there. Okay, theory or the various how this experiment formula and all we get is there. All the same thing which we had discussed in the theory of semiconductors chapter. Then procedure as to how to perform this experiment virtually. This all.
Now read procedure, student. Now which experiment you will just see? You just check Hall effect setup. We don't want to see that. Try first magnetic field versus current. Okay. Now buttons are given. Insert probe, remove probe, show voltage, current. Slider is there. Read the procedure first and then do. Now see here it is used as a solenoid. So you can see you can vary current through the solenoid. So if you will vary current through the solenoid, magnetic flux density will vary. And then you will see Hall current. Hall current means current passing through the probe. Thickness of probe is also there. So same setup is there.
So is there. Then there is a small quiz, multiple choice quiz, just to test your knowledge about how much you know about Hall effect and other things. Now, the actual performing of this experiment is there in this simulator. So you click on this simulator and you'll get a page like this. Okay. Now you have to log in into this. You have to create a login ID to log in into this simulator. Otherwise, it will not work. So if you have not, since you have not created already, you click on free sign up. And you'll get this page. You fill in your details, the email ID, a proper email ID. This email ID will be used for logging into the simulator.
Use college login ID only, huh, student? Use college login only.
Then whatever password you want to put there. Then your name, profession, you can select a student. College, Don Bosco College of Engineering, subject, you can say physics, university, Goa University, and other things you fill up and then click register. You'll get a message, your registration is successful. Once you get that message, you go back to this simulator page. And now this time you click on login. So once you click on login, you'll get this user name. Username is the same as the email ID which you had used for the registering purpose. And then password, whatever you had put there in the previous registering page. Okay, so you put this details there and you log in into that and you will get this simulator now. So this is the Hall effect simulator. Now, suppose you don't get this, even after logging in with your email ID, you don't get this. It means that your Flash, this works on Flash, Adobe Flash. Your Flash plugin is not enabled. So to enable Flash plugin, what you do in case you're not getting this simulator, you go to this place over here, this point here, I, there is a small letter I there in your browser. Click on that. View side information comes there. Click on that, and you'll see the Flash thing over here. Either it will be saying as blocked by default. So you click on that and say allow. Okay, and once you say allow, you close this, and then there's a reload button which will come there. You click on reload, and then surely the simulator should come. Okay, now once you get the simulator, let's see how to perform the experiment. Now what you see over here is the electromagnet.
Have you opened, students? Whether it is open on mobile? Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether it is open on mobile?
Ma'am, it's not opening on my phone at least.
Students, what about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Students, what about you means those who don't have PC, whether they are whether they have opened this virtual lab of IIT Bombay on mobile?
No, ma'am, it's not opening.
It's not opening. Neither our Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, neither our IIT Bombay. Okay.
Ma'am, in the updated version of the Google Chrome, they are saying that Flash Player policy has been renewed and we can't open it.
Oh, that was from December, not updated. Oh, you downloaded updated version of Chrome. So use previous version, because see now from December also this Flash they will not allow. December or November, I'm not sure. By that time, I think actually we should complete our virtual lab experiment. That is what I am performing. So again, 1 and 2 more experiments we can perform virtually. You have to download, then don't use updated version of Chrome. Other use you Firefox browser. Student, those who are use Firefox, try with Firefox.
Ma'am, antivirus is not allowing Firefox.
Viewer. Then Internet Explorer you use.
Okay,
Change your browser, or change updated version. Anything you can do.
This is the power supply to the electromagnets. Okay, and this is the current slider. You can using the slider you can change the current. You can see this thing here. You can change the current.
Now don't confuse between the two currents. When you are changing the current slider, you are changing current through the magnet. So that flux density will change. Okay. So you are just varying flux density for the different readings.
And also using these knobs. So right now the current is 1 ampere. Keep it as 1 ampere only. And using this Gauss meter, we are going to measure how much is the magnetic field B over here. So we place the, so you say insert probe, the probe goes there. You further have to place the probe exactly in between the two pole pieces of the magnet. For that you click on this wooden piece. And so you see now there's a reading on the Gauss meter, 0.1482. So this value has to be written over here. Okay, so for the current of 1 ampere, the magnetic field is 0.1482 Tesla. Okay, so this is the value of magnetic field.
Now students, see how you had to do it. I was doubtful with Nilash because see here when probe you just move it, you are already passing current through the magnetic field. Means magnet or motor you can say. So flux density will be produced and you are keeping that current, this current 1 ampere. Now as soon as you are just taking this probe inside it, what will happen? Now flux density is perpendicular to this. Current also you are passing and through this also it will be there. So whatever voltage will be produced at the two sides, that voltage is shown here directly. Okay. So you can select the material here. A choice is there for germanium. Then another material. You can see now what is Hall current.
Present between the pole pieces of the magnet for a current of 1 ampere. So we are going to keep the current constant at 1 ampere so that the magnetic field between the pole pieces also remains constant. Okay, next thing, the thickness of the material is 0.0001 meters, thickness of the semiconductor. So that also you can put it over here, 0.0001 meter. Now the next part is.
Now here this is called as Gauss meter, but they have written in observation table. This is flux density, directly flux density 0.1482 Tesla. So now this meter has measured in